Afternoon, everyone. Welcome to DTBTV. This is going to be a little video with regards to hopes and expectations from myself for the season starting, which is a 2021-22 season with fans back, which is absolutely bloody brilliant. So, yeah, I'm going to go through each competition and I'm going to give my own evaluation as to what we should be doing and what we should be aiming for, which is basically, if it's a Liverpool way, we should be aiming to win everything. But this is what, in terms of priority, what I'll go through and what I think we should really go all out to win this season. So we'll start off with the Premier League. And after last season, it's a shame really, because had the pandemic not happened, we would have seen our first title in 30 years. Would have been absolutely bouncing Anfield. I mean, can you remember the build-up? The actual, how can I describe it? The momentum we were going through, winning every week. And I remember when we won late at Villa Park 2-1, and we're going to win. It was just building and building and building and building. And the pandemic took it off us, and that's a shame. I don't think we'll do a parade now for that 2019 title win. I really don't, because that's gone now. And it doesn't feel like, if we did a parade now, I just don't think it would be the same. I don't think so. I reckon what we need to do is win the league again, and then we can say, hey, this is for 2019 as well. And I think you'd agree with me on that. So with regards to alarm for the kids, sorry. With regards to this coming season, the Premier League is the be-all and end-all. It's got to be our priority above the Champions League. Yes, we love the Champions League, and that's more or less the second priority. As Bill Shankly used to say, the league is the bread and butter for this football club. And let's not forget that if we win the league again, we go on to 20 league titles, which will equal Manchester United. And then if you counter in the fact that we've got 6 European Cups, then goodbye Man United's perch. And they're going all out now to sign players. Obviously the Americans are trying to get themselves out the shit with their owners, with their fans, like John W. Henry's trying to do with us, which is why he's got to start spending a little bit more money. Because if we go into this new season without any more signings, and that FSG out brigade that's always existed, that sometimes goes dormant, will come back in a real strong way. Yes, I understand that we're not throwing the money like the wind, because we haven't really got ourselves back on our feet after the pandemic. And listen, I know when I worked at Anfield that it got bad. It got bad to the point of if John W. Henry felt the need to try and furlough people, he'd probably seen exactly what it was going to do to the club, and more or less he probably just tried to save the club millions, which at the end of the day you can understand. Let's not forget that Arsenal and Tottenham actually went through with their furlough. John W. Henry and FSG changed their mind, which is something to say they did decent things for. I know they've made a lot of mistakes. But yeah, so the Premier League is a be-all and end-all. With Virgil van Dijk back, Joel Matip, Jesus, if he can just stay fit for 20 games a season, he's worth keeping. Because the most frustrating thing about Joel Matip is the fact that he's a bloody brilliant defender. And it's just, if he could just stay fit, I reckon he's first name alongside Van Dijk. In my opinion, he's the second best centre-back we've got. Gomez, yeah, he's brilliant. Again, Gomez is like Matip. He just can't stay fit. But now this Canate, I just want to say something about him. I'm 37 years old and I've been a Liverpool fan. I remember since the days we signed Stan Collymore and stuff like that. I have never in my time of watching Liverpool seen a signing that is as excited to play for Liverpool as he is. I mean, he is constantly on social media. He's doing parties. He's got red things floating in his swimming pool. He's got red balloons. He's got red flares. He's got his shirt getting pulled out of a surprise package with the number 5. He's modelling in streets and he's on corners of. He's literally like a kid at Christmas. And I just think that this Canate, he's a unit. And I remember watching Jamie Carragher say that he's massive. That literally, when you stand next to him, this guy's 6'3", built like a brick. Lego house, can I say, because I don't want to be getting banned off this like I am at Facebook at the moment. But yeah, and it's just, I just think of it with the squad that we have got. I'm hearing rumours that Harvey Elliott is going to be the number 7 next season. Now, if that's the case, then I reckon James Milner might be going, because I can't see James Milner giving up his number 7. Hopefully, them rumours are a load of nonsense, because to me, he's 18 years old, and there's no way that he's getting the number 7 at the age of 18, not in my opinion. And Curtis Jones has just got number 17, and he's 21. I think he's 21 or 20 or something like that. It's a big season for Curtis Jones as well this season. It really is. And this is his season now to take the bull by the horns and to really, really, say, hang about Liverpool. You don't have to spend 50 million on a new central midfielder, because I'm here. I will play Gini's games. I'll play 37 out of 38 like Gini did last season. And that's it. And I just think when you look at it and you look at it on paper, I've been moaning about to Tsimikas now for 10 months, 12 months, because to me, to be as happy as he is in training and play no minutes is absolutely ridiculous. And I actually think that that Jurgen Klopp's seen something in training that says that basically he's not good enough to play for Liverpool. Because I'm not being funny. I know that Andrew Robertson had to sort of work hard to get in the 11, but I never seen Andrew Robertson laughing and joking and pissing about in training when he wasn't playing. In fact, if anything, he looked really pissed off. And that's probably the reason why he's gone on to be the best left back in the world. Forget the nonsense about Luke Shaw. He's nowhere near the best left back in the world, because he squares a couple of passes into tap-ins for England, and all of a sudden he's Shawberto. Bollocks. Go down to a Sunday League pitch here in Liverpool or wherever you live, and you'll see left backs squaring balls like that every single week. There's no special about Luke Shaw. Andrew Robertson covered 50-odd thousand. I think it was 5,000 or something. Not 50,000 or 5, whatever it was. He ran the most of any footballer in the world last season. In the world. And played more minutes. That was it. Not ran the most. He had played more minutes than any footballer on the planet last season. And that's it. So that's nonsense going around about Shawberto at the moment. Absolutely borderline criminal. He's on about £125,000 a week, and they're absolutely raving about him because he can square a pass to Harry Kane. Unbelievable. So, so that got my back up a little bit. But well done to England, by the way, for making the final. I hope they win it. I really do. So the squad. So the defence with Konate now, Nat Phillips. I think if Burnley, it just made me laugh that we would be prepared to take 12 million for Nat Phillips, and I always knew that it would be Burnley coming in for him straight away. Because if there was a football team you could see Nat Phillips playing for, it's Burnley at the back, because he's just that type of centre back. I mean, it'd be a shame to see him go, but let's not forget that he was going out on loan last season, and we would have probably took £1 million for him. So if he goes and we get 12 million for him, great business again by Michael Edwards in Liverpool. And if we then put that towards a midfielder, because let's not forget we've got enough centre backs now. We've got Gomez, Van Dijk, Matip, we've got Konate, we've got Nat Phillips, who obviously will be one of them going, and Reece Williams, I'm being told, is going on loan to the Championship next season. So all of that will tell you that we're quite comfortable in that department. And let's not forget the forgotten man, which is Ben Davies. So that's that. So we need a new left back. We need a new left back because Tsimikas is not good enough, clearly, based on the fact of I'm not a hater of him. I don't know the guy. I don't know him. I don't even know him as a player in terms of watching him on the telly, because I've seen literally zero of him. So basically, we need a left back cover for Andy Robertson. Right backs, Neco Williams. Again, if we get £10 million from him, he'll probably go. Let's not forget, we've spent £70 million on the extension of the AXA training facility. Now, we don't spend that money if we are not prepared to put the kids in when they're needed. We finished third in the league last season, giving kids a chance, let's not forget. We're not going to be doing it all the time, but we've got quality in our youth setup. And I mean, everyone wants this, and everybody always wants the ready-made 40, 50 million pound players. We might already have that with Curtis Jones. Why do we need a Gini Wijnaldum replacement when we've got Curtis Jones, who could play 37 games, 38 games a season? We've got the Polish kid that Klopp is that impressed by. Klopp's been having him training with the first team. I can't remember his name. It's Matauska. I can't say it's a real strong Polish name. Let's not forget that Klopp's worked with a Polish centre forward before, other than Lewandowski, which is who he signed from Wisla Krakow. So, squad, yeah, love it. Midfield, Thiago, Henderson, Fabinho, Curtis Jones, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Shaqiri, Taki Minamino. Is there another one? Yeah, that's about right. And 8, yeah. Yeah, Shaqiri will probably go. Yeah, 29 years old. Yeah, if we get 15 million for him, take it. And then we're gonna bring in 2 more players. From what I'm hearing, and I've said this from day one, basically 3 players were identified at the start of at the end of the season, which was Konate, centre back, central midfielder, which we did bid for Lorenzo Pellegrini. I don't know whether we're going to wait till he's come back from his injury or not, and see if we rebid again for him because he's got a minimum fee release clause. A central midfielder and a centre forward. Now, a centre forward, I'll just get to your comments in a minute. Afternoon, Danny. All right, John. So a centre forward, to me, it has to be somebody that is prepared to sit on the bench because they won't start up front. Fab Three will play. Klopp is loyal to Bobby Firmino. Bobby Firmino will be great again. Do you know why? Because when the fans are back, he plays to the crowd. And if you look at the games where we had fans last season, Firmino was brilliant, including his winner against Tottenham where he ran the length of the pitch to celebrate in front of just 2,000 Liverpool fans. Another thing, we were 5 years unbeaten at Anfield before the pandemic. 5 years. All of a sudden, no fans, 6 defeats in a row at home. Doesn't that show you how important Anfield is with fans? It's like a church without priests or a church without Jesus, in my opinion. Because if you take the crowd out of Anfield, you've got plastic, metal, and bricks. That's all it is. So, to me, the Premier League should be all-out attack. Go for it. Just go for it. Go all out. Don't give a shit. Do you know what? I have been against Klopp for the last 4 or 5 years. I don't say against him in a bad way, but I mean, I'm a romantic. I love days at Wembley. I love the FA Cup. I love the League Cup in terms of Wembley's what it's all about. They used to call Wembley Anfield South. It's what we grew up watching. You know, I remember the 2001 FA Cup final when we did the treble. I remember the 2006 Gerrard final against West Ham. I mean, you get up on FA Cup final day like a kid at Christmas. Well, I do, because it used to be on at 9 o'clock in the morning, and you'd watch all the build-up all the way through till 3 o'clock. And you know, there is no better feeling than waking up on a day that you could be lifting the trophy that night or that afternoon. So I hope Klopp starts taking the domestic trophies a little bit more serious, because in the last few years, none of this bullshit about we haven't got the squad. We have. It's just the fact that I do agree with Klopp. At first, what he was doing was he was making sure he didn't get any injuries, because winning the league was the most important thing to us, because we'd not done it for 3 decades. But he's done it now. He's won the league. There's no pressure on him now to win the league every season. Yeah, we want to win the league every season, but he's got the monkey off the back. We're only one season without a league title. You know, it's not 29, 30 years anymore like it was. So when I look at it like that, get the players, get the Harvey Elliott's playing in all the FA Cup games, but also stick a Jota alongside him and maybe this Polish kid. But then make sure you have a good core of the team. Don't be putting under 23s at right and left back and that. Let's go out like Pep Guardiola does. He goes out to win every single trophy, every single one. And that's what we need to do. We need to start getting more greedy, because do you know what I don't want? I don't want Klopp to go in 2023 and all we look back on is 1 league title, a European Cup, and a Super Cup and a World Cup, because that ain't good enough for what he is and what this squad is capable of. This squad and the Fab Three should be serial winners. They should be double European Cup winners, and they should be double Premier League title winners, because all great sides are only great when they can do it again. You know, they always say great teams win a few league titles. They don't just win one, because Leicester City won one. You know, they didn't go and win it again, did they? So they can't be classed as a great side. So I just hope that we do better with that. So that's the league. In terms of the FA Cup, sorry, I just said there, and the League Cup, I really want us to go all out to try and do well in it and get to a final. So that's the League Cup and the FA Cup sorted. Champions League. Now we all know that we've got a little sort of a sweet romance with Big Ears. It's our sort of trophy in a way, and we've not just been we haven't just won it 6 times, but we've been to I think 3 more finals as well. So we could have been 9-time winners. So yeah, want to go all out to try and win that. Hopefully get a good group stage draw. I actually said I think we'll get Rangers. I did say that because I just got this weird feeling that Gerrard will come back as Rangers manager. So Celtic and Rangers both go into I think it's the third qualifier of the Champions League in a couple of weeks. So be interesting. I've got a real good feeling when they get either a Celtic or a Rangers in the group stage. So that'll be good. So this season's all about winning a trophy. All right, it's not going to be easy to win the league. Man United have just got Jadon Sancho. It looks like they're going to bring in another couple of players. I think they did well last season because they had no fans. I think Everton and Man United are poisonous, their fan bases, along with West Ham. West Ham did great last season because they didn't have any fans. This is the problem. Their fans don't get beyond. Man United, right, were booing. They lost 6-1 at home to Tottenham at the start of the season. So I actually think that they didn't have any pressure on them when they were playing with no fans. It'd be interesting to see how well Leeds and that do, because to see Leeds, I feel sorry for them. They've come up and they didn't play one game at Ellen Road with fans, not one. So a packed Ellen Road, and they just had planning permission to put Ellen Road up to 53,000. So Leeds are going to be, I think Leeds will break into the top 6 in the next 3 years. I really do. I think they're that big of a football club. So keep an eye. We'll just keep an eye on that. It's going to be an amazing season because you know what? You could say easily that next season Chelsea could win the league, Man United could win the league, Man City could win the league, Liverpool could win the league, and I don't think Tottenham or Arsenal would. But you know, yeah, there's 5 teams that could win the league next season. Yeah, cheers Neil for the stadium update. Sent in your comments this afternoon. Yeah, Neil, sorry, I've made a mistake on the first 5 videos because I've been going live and we presumed it was the device. The device we were on, it was kind of it's just the quality of it was so crap. And then I changed devices, and then Craig used this, and then, what's going on here? And then we realised we don't need to go live to do these videos. We just need to record them, and then they'll come across so clear. And it's just like learning as we go. Let's not forget, we've been a TV channel for only 5 months. 5 months, right? It takes years to get good. And if you can remember rightly, when I started this, I tracked my phone between 2 books. And I was in a bed sit because that's where I was living when I left the wife. So look where we are now. You know, we're just growing and growing. You got Craig Farragut that's been down in London in a penthouse with Cheeky Jurgen, and we've got clothing, polo shirts and stuff like that, cups, memorabilia, stuff like that are going to be launched this season. We've got fans back. Let's not forget, since we started this channel, we haven't had any fans. So going into this season now, you're going to see me, Craig, and everyone around the stadium. When you come to the games yourself, come and see us. We're going to be, because I live on Arcoles Lane, more or less, you can come and meet us in the Arcoles every home game. Come and see us. Come and sit and have a photo with us. Let's talk the game. I'm going to be doing new things like this sofa. We're going to be having preview shows, and I'm going to invite 2 guests to come and sit here over every Friday, or 1 guest, sorry, every Friday, to come and sit in here. None of that social distancing crap we had to go through last year where everybody's reporting us because we're sat in the same room. I'm so glad it's all ending, and I just want us all to enjoy it now so we can get our lives back and get into Anfield and enjoy football again. Because I tell you what, you don't love football if you ain't nearly got a giant lump in your throat. And just hearing a crowd again, doesn't matter what team it's playing. I mean, I remember the Hungary games, just seeing fans back again is absolutely brilliant. And make no mistake about it, football has had a huge impact on saving a lot of people's sanity during this pandemic, because I can guarantee you this, I wouldn't have made it through the 15 months without football, because I'll tell you something, now it was bad. It was really, really bad for all of us. But without footy, that's something to work to. I tell you what, Boris wouldn't have got away with his lockdowns if football was not on. Because people would have just gone crazy. I'm telling you, I don't think people realise just how important football is to every nation on the planet. That is why it is the most popular watched sport in the world. The World Cup, I think something like, I can't remember how many billion tune in to watch it. And then I think Liverpool Man United has an estimated audience of 440 million viewers. I mean, that's just for Liverpool v Man United. So just having football back on lifts everybody, and it gets them to work to that week. And that's what we're all going to be doing. So basically, enjoy DTBTV from this point onwards. This is my new studio. And what I'm going to be doing is preview shows, Q&As. We'll do watch-alongs in here. When the Champions League games come back, if Liverpool decide to change their route, the coach will come past this window. So I have the coach going past the window at the old place, and with the new place, he'll go by this window as well. So yeah, so I hope you're all well, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And it's just, you know, get on your comments, and I'll come back to them in a bit. So yeah, because I'm going to AFC Liverpool are playing tonight, so I'm going to be away in a minute doing the kit manager job I do. So I hope you're all well and enjoy the rest of this week. You'll never walk alone.